There's this experience that we all have, if you really pay attention to it, there's this experience that we all have of something being missing. You know, every human being has the same experience that something is missing. They can't put their finger on it, right? But there's this sense of anxiety, like there's something missing here. There's something that I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but it keeps me in this process of trying to experience it, whatever this something is that's missing. And so through these teachings and practices, that which is missing can become recognized. And that which is missing is always there. It's the awareness itself. It is your true nature. It is the natural state. It's always there, but we have been trained and conditioned to ignore it. We have been trained and conditioned to, rather than to experience our true nature as the awareness, we've been trained and conditioned to be involved in the thinking process that tells us that we are this character in the play. And all the thoughts are the thoughts of this character in the play. You can't have a thought that's not consistent with the personality that you have learned yourself to be. You follow that? You can't have a thought that's inconsistent with the character that you've learned yourself to be. You know, you would be the one that would think that way, right? You would be the one that would feel the way you feel. You would be the one that would behave the way you behave. And all of this is a very limited script. All this is a very limited identity that you're experiencing, right? Trying to experience well-being in this life as that identity. Meditation and these ancient wisdom teachings tell us that's not ever going to be available to you as long as you're stuck believing that you're the character you're playing in the story. The only time it's ever going to be available to you to experience the well-being that's always present for you is to start to pay attention to the truth. It's to start to pay attention to the awareness that is real instead of the character that manifests itself in thinking all the time that you have come to believe is real. And so through practicing meditation consistently, establishing a daily practice of meditation consistently, like brushing your teeth, every time you practice meditation, you're allowing yourself to experience the truth briefly. And then you come back into the thinking world, right? And you behave according to the thinking world, right? But if you keep practicing this again and again, day after day, bringing your attention away from the thinking activity and being aware of the awareness that's aware of this body breathing, eventually what will happen is the identity of the character that you're playing starts to get weaker. It starts to be what it actually is, which is just something you've learned. And the authentic state, the real state, the awareness that is your actual nature starts to get stronger through the practice of meditation. Every time you practice, you're practicing leaving the thinking and experiencing what is actually real and alive, which is the awareness, aware of the body breathing. And if you do this consistently over time, right, eventually you will wake up. What does waking up mean? Waking up means eventually it occurs to you without any doubt at all that what your true nature is the awareness. And when you're experiencing yourself as this awareness, you're experiencing a natural state of well-being, which is happy, content, satisfied, and peaceful. And once you make contact with that reality of what you are as the awareness, right, then you have a very strong motivation to continue to practice meditation because you want to experience that consistently. But until you practice, until you experience that your true nature is awareness itself, the practice will still be something that you look at from the viewpoint of the personality as something that I have to make myself do, something that's inconvenient, something that I have to find time for. You see, that's all in the life of the personality, you see. But once you start to experience your true nature, that starts to shift and you start to realize there's nothing more important in my entire life than to experience the reality of what I am. Because when I experience that, my life is fulfilled. When I experience that, I'm happy, content, satisfied, and peaceful. And that's what all the human beings on the planet are trying to experience, aren't they? Which means that all human beings on this planet, 8 billion human beings, are all trying to wake up and experience the truth. Okay? So if you experience meditation consistently every single day without fail, eventually your life will be an awake life. And once your life is an awake life, just in the process of living your life as a real awake being, all the problems that you've been trying to resolve and fix, right, and cure will get resolved in the process of living your life. We'll just get the problems that you've been dealing with and coping with and struggling with and trying to change, right, will clear up just in the process of living your life, because now you're living as something that is actually real, alive, fulfilled, happy, and peaceful. You're bringing that now to the situation, and as you experience yourself that way in the situation, all the suffering that existed before because you were at odds with life, because your thought process kept telling you it should be different than the way it is, that all stops happening and you start accepting life as it is. Life starts to become a simple affair. So this is an invitation. One of my teachers said that this is serving you a spiritual subpoena, right? This is an invitation for you to wake up and be alive and experiencing your true nature, but it's only available if you begin to practice your way out of living in a dream, living in an identity that's not actually real. It's only available to you if you practice your way out of that so that you can begin to experience your birthright. You know, what you and I were born for was to experience being alive as a human being and enjoying the experience of our existence. But that's not available if you're living your life as a character in a play, right, that only exists in your head. So this class is on Tuesday and Thursday at 5 o'clock and Sunday at 9 o'clock. If you come to this class on a regular basis, right, there'll be an opportunity for you to continue to deepen your understanding of these things, these truths, right, so that you surrender to reality and allow yourself to experience what you've always wanted. Since I've been teaching this class, I wrote 2 books about this. One's called Dying to Live, and the other's called Enlightenment Made Easy, and both are available on Amazon. And you can go on YouTube to listen to this talk or listen to almost 600 other talks that are on YouTube from this class, so that you can further educate yourself about reality, further educate yourself about the truth, so that you realize the importance of doing this practice every single day.